Hello and welcome back to the Dexter Plans channel and to this, episode 2 of Knowledge and Defence. Today we're going to be going through the finals match with Chris from the Dudley PQ back at the end of December. We're going to have a look at our opponent's list, go through the game, talk through some lines and see how it goes. I hope you enjoy. Right, so this is the list from the Qi'ra player in your finals match from Dudley. There's definitely some interesting stuff going on. It's still got a fair chunk of the hard control-y side of things that we've seen in the past. I know a lot of people, especially under Wu's guidance, are moving to more of a mid-rangey Qi'ra, but this has still got 2 Annihilators main, Super Laser Blast main, 3 Vigilance, 2 Avengers. It's definitely still got all of that big scary top end.
Yeah, it's got House Return in the main deck as well, which is pretty cool.
And a Spark of Hope, which is an interesting one. I'm assuming that's there just for the Anakin.
I think so. I think it's a 4-cost ramp card that turns Anakin on. So it's like a 4-cost resupply. You can trigger it, and it's going to turn Anakin on. So that's fine.
But even then, it's 1 card in 60, and you've only got 2 Anakins in 60 as well. So
yeah, it's definitely one of those sorts of decks.
But I guess at that point, it's a 4th Super Laser Technician. Oh, sorry, a 7th ramp card because you've got resupply and Super Laser Tech. You need to ramp on the 4 worst case scenario for the Qi'ra flip, so a 4 cost is not the end of the world. In the side, we've got
it's actually the 10th ramp card, which is another interesting point about the deck is he's got 3 resupply carriers in there.
Oh, so he does, yes. So resupply carrier is an interesting one because that's ramping after your Qi'ra flip.
It is. So the things that I had to sort of watch out for in this game was resupply carrier and then next turn being able to play Snoke. So obviously Snoke is like the card that I'm terrified of. Snoke is the card that shuts the deck down. If I haven't almost won the game or have a good answer to Snoke by the time it comes down, then that kind of shuts it off. And then resupply carrier actually is kind of a sneaky way to sort of get there as well, which is kind of interesting. It's a bit like how the Yoda players play resupply carrier to get the Yoda ramp, to get the Yoda flip that turn. It's sort of it is next turn, but it's kind of still a big play. Also, no upgrade hate in the main board.
So you are seeing that in your open deck list and thinking, cool, General's Blade's on the board, Poe's on the board. We're doing all right.
Yeah.
And only power instead of power and Merciless Contest, so you know you're only dealing with 3 of those.
Yeah, he's got the no good to me deads, so not the no good, no glory only results. So that is a potential answer to like a big unit, but otherwise that is fine.
Lobot is definitely a very good addition for this deck.
Lobot's quite annoying for me. It's kind of it poses this interesting game for how to deal with it because I don't have too many neat ways of dealing 4 damage. In one go early on.
And then for the same cost, it's effectively a village protector. If you put 2 damage on it, it becomes a 2/2 shielded sentinel.
Yeah. Other than that, it's the sort of stuff you'd expect. But yeah, I think the main thing I'm looking at here is there's no upgrade hate and there's 2 copies of Snoke. And you can ramp to get to the Snoke quite quickly. So you need to be prepared for that.
Yeah, there we go. Right, shall we head on into the matches?
Yeah, sounds good.
So yeah, game 1. Who's the highest seed here? Who got to choose initiative? Was it you?
I'm the highest seed, yeah.
So what we got?
Slightly
We've got
weird.
Mina, Cobb, Nemec, and an attack pod in the opening hand, and then Obi-Wan as well.
Yeah, this hand's pretty great for me, I think.
So are you looking to curve Nemec, Cobb, and then go from there?
Yeah, and then I've drawn some more stuff from there. Nemec's the best opening here because it's just well protected against Power of the Dark Side. So, yeah, into Pershing. I think I have to kill the Pershing I think I can't just ignore the Pershing. It draws him too many cards.
So
but I
you
can get
draw
3 free damage on the Pershing.
Wrecker and a Bounty Hunter's Quarry.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. What do I resource here? I wonder. The Obi-Wan?
Seemingly, yeah. Obi-Wan goes down here. Do you...
Well, so the only thing that would give me pause for thought about this is I kind of want to put the Bounty Hunter's Quarry on the Pershing. And if I go Bounty Hunter's Quarry and use Hand's ability on the Obi-Wan, that's possibly better than the Cobb-Vanth. So I think that's what I'm thinking here. And I go for that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think the 3 power is kind of important in this matchup. So I think that's the correct
Especially if you,
decision.
at this point, you do the 3 damage to the Pershing. Pershing does 1 to himself. You put the Quarry on it. If he then decides to use Pershing again without having another unit on board because he resupplies, you're just going to get the trigger of the Bounty Hunter's Quarry. So, yeah. As you say, Bounty Hunter's Quarry on. He draws with Pershing. He resupplies. You play a damaged Obi. So you've now representing 6 damage on board and hopefully something from a Pershing.
Yeah. Qi'ra flip into Overwhelming Barrage is a little bit scary. So have an immediate,
that looks
obvious answer to that.
You drew a Sham and a Sabine's Masterpiece. And I think you resourced the Masterpiece in favour of the Cham.
Yeah, because I know I can play the Cham ramp and get hand this turn, which is pretty good.
So he's debating his resource here. We see a Lobot, a Vader, a Vigilance, is that?
Yeah, I think so.
So
so this is a really... And this poses a really interesting board state. Because he can flip Qi'ra this turn. The Lobot's a Sentinel. I now know I don't need to worry about Qi'ra plus Barrage this turn, but obviously that's a threat for next turn. And I want to get my Cham and use Hand this turn. So the question I have here is, do I play the Cham first? Do I attack something into the Lobot? And I think ultimately I don't want Lobot to get a shield on it, so I think I attack in with something into Lobot. So then he can't use Qi'ra to shield it. So he's then going to Qi'ra flip, I assume, before playing another unit. I'm not sure. Yeah, looks like
doing that also allows him to not. If you wanted to Durdle with a Pershing, he had to either kill Pershing or Lobot. He couldn't just draw a card.
Yeah, exactly.
So Qi'ra flips out, damages everything. Nemec, you're not too upset about.
Yeah, and I'm kind of so I think I attack with the Obi-Wan rather than the Nemec, because I suspect I'm gonna kill Nemec this turn, and I want to get the spy off. So then I have to sort of play this funny mini game where I kind of want to Durdle actions, so he doesn't have a ready attacker left. So he's attacked with this Qi'ra basically before I attack with Nemec, so I can then clear the board with Nemec.
Yes, because if he's going to swing into something with 3 power, he's likely to swing into the Nemec.
Yeah, and then I can finish it with the spy.
Yeah, because you can get through the Lobot with Han or with the spy, and then hit the Qi'ra with the Nemec.
Yeah, so I think
you'd
that's
rather
what
hit
I do.
the Qi'ra if it hits into you and survive. So you'd rather hit the Nemec into it.
Yeah, well, I can't run Nemec in before Kira's attacked, right? Because I can't.
Exactly.
I can't let him attack with a 7 power unit. So I get to play Han here, which is pretty good for me. He plays something in space that's basically meaningless.
So yeah, he's then gets the choice between an Overwhelming Barrage and an Anakin on the Inferno Force Inferno Force Scry. He leaves both on top, which is a reasonable decision.
Yep, they're both pretty good.
We see the Snoke in hand.
Yeah, and the resupply carrier. So we could go resupply carrier next turn.
And then we see...
after.
There we go. So we see you take out the Lobot with the hand leader. Qi'ra then swings at the hand leader.
Yeah, and this is great for me because I can clear his ground board now. with Nemik and the Spy, and I get the Bounty Hunter's Quarry to resolve as well for whatever I get off that.
So yeah, I assume all we're just going to see here is Nemik into Qi'ra, Qi'ra into the Spy into Pershing.
Yeah.
There you go. I believe it's disclosing the attack pod. Oh, there you go. Disclosing Wrecker, even better.
Yeah. I think he's going to expect I have the Wrecker, whereas the attack pod is...
Yeah, you want to keep that as a surprise.
More useful to have as hidden information, exactly.
Yeah. And then, because it's Pershing, the Spy survives as well, so you're building even more of a board.
Yeah.
What do we get off of this? Is that so we see a Cobb for
looks
sure.
like a Cobb Vance. And I think that's pretty great here.
There you go.
This is kind of...
Straight to the Cobb.
Just hard stuff for him to deal with, really.
Even more value training into more value.
Yeah. So I've not got any damage on his base at this point, but I'm feeling really comfortable because I've got such a wide board.
Currently representing 13 damage on board.
Yeah. And a lot of his threats are kind of big single plays. So if he goes, like he can Anakin here and clear a unit, but then that's his turn kind of done, and it clears one of my 4 units off the board. Or like vigilance and kill something. Yeah.
And Anakin's only getting 1 trigger here because there's been no heroism.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's tapping out here for an Anakin. There you go. He's going to take out the Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
That's the most power he can take out with it, and I guess he doesn't want to kill the.
He's not got a nice way to kill the Cham. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to kill Cobb. That just gives me another unit. And then I have the Wrecker to. This is just such a great Wrecker target, right? Because I get push 5 damage to base, and Wrecker still lives, and he doesn't have like beyond OB, and I kind of can keep him off a good OB target. He doesn't really have any good ways to deal 1 damage to a unit. So this sort of 7-1 Wrecker is still pretty annoying. And here we go. Then I push another 10 damage. So I push 15 damage this turn.
Yeah, it's pretty good to go from 0 damage to 15 in 1 turn with their leader dead and just an Inferno 4 on the board.
And my board here is still so threatening, and he's also, I know he's not going to be able to Super Laser Blast or Snoke this turn. He has to do that next turn.
Yeah, if he's going on 7, he hasn't skipped the 7.
Exactly. So I can be fairly comfortable. I think I am. Am I presenting lethal with what I've got on the board? That's another 17 damage.
What is it? Yeah.
Not
quite.
I got to be 1 off.
Yeah, I think you're.
But I've got.
There you go.
I've got the attack pod in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he Vaders. He spends everything here to Vader.
He taps out. You know, you can just run away. Wrecker's going to die. That you sort of expected that anyway. I think he has quite a bad Vader draw here. Yeah, so Trey's Acolyte is not really what you want to see. He wants to see something like a Death Trooper.
It's kind of nothing. I can just ignore that.
Death Trooper or Pike Sentinel.
Into the Cham. So yeah, Pike Sentinel would be annoying. But I don't
understand why he let the Wrecker live.
It's to keep Vader alive, so he gets to use Vader next turn.
I suppose he was hoping for the Death Trooper to kill the Wrecker and then ambush something else. But at that point, you just go 7 to base, take him to 22. You're pretty happy. Yeah. You've still got 5 more on the board to take him to 27, I think.
And then 6 from the attack pod's lethal.
Yeah, attack pod makes it very lethal.
You can see I do the maths. I play the attack pod first because I'm like, have I definitely done the maths correctly? Just in case I need this Cobb to clear the Vader. But yeah.
There you go. And we scoop it up.
Scoops that one.
There we go.
Yeah.
So in the sideboard, what are we bringing in? I'm assuming second attack pod comes in. Choose side stays in.
Yeah. What am I taking out? I think I'm taking out the Grogu's.
Do you have a third Cham in your side?
I don't think I do, no. I think it was just the 2 in the main deck. There's another Kelleran in the side as well, so I'll probably pull that in.
Just for a bit more longevity.
Just for a bit more big stuff, yeah. But honestly, the main deck's pretty good into this matchup, so I'm not too concerned. Because it is the slightly more control-y version of the deck rather than the more mid-rangey, it does mean I do need to be a little bit more aggressive. I don't want to go too late. As I say, Snoke is pretty terrifying. So I need to have an answer to that. So thinking back on that first game, there's an interesting line that he could have taken. I don't know if you considered this or not, which was on 6 resources playing the resupply carrier, which means I don't have a great Wrecker target. But I think I probably have enough to push the damage on the base and then play the attack pot or something. It's going to push a load of damage, and then next turn he can play the Snoke, which does kill a lot of my board. But I think because I've not had to use ECL at that point and I have the Wrecker in hand, like ECL Wrecker is a perfectly fine answer for Snoke. And pushes a bit more damage. So I think it was, I think really what kind of swung that first game was the Qi'ra flip turn. I was able to navigate it and keep the board clear, and I just got my Bounty Hunter's Quarry off, had a very wide board at that point, and he never really had a neat way to answer that.
So there we go, shuffling up for game 2. So again, you're looking for a Nemec start and then more just general value going up the curve. I suppose Poe Pilot is quite a good one in this matchup as well, because you can split him and then have 2 units to protect yourself from Power of the Dark Side. Same with the Padme. A Padme on 4 is quite good.
Tough to deal with. Cham's really good. Definitely looking for Cham. I think in this, I think that.
Yeah, you go Mulligan, and I'm assuming you Mulligan for the Cham.
Yeah, I mean, because of Han's flexibility, you can Mulligan very aggressively. Like the chances of you having no turn 1 play is quite low. I can't remember exactly how many there are in the deck, but given you can even do things like use Han's ability on Cobb Vanth and just get a random 2-drop from your top 10 cards. If you've not got a 2-drop in, you're opening 6 cards, and then you look in another 10. You're pretty likely to hit a 2-drop with a Cobb.
I believe there's 12 2-drops in the list, and then 3-drops there's even more.
Yeah. So you've got the Cassians and the Obi-Wans are also perfectly fine, and in some matchups Grogu, but I wouldn't want Grogu here. Anyway, here I've got Karis Nemec and I've got Cham Syndulla, so I'm pretty happy with this.
You've also got Queen Amidala, and I believe a Bounty Hunter's Quarry went to the row.
Yeah, I think Mina Montero as well, maybe.
Yeah, you're not too upset here, are you?
No. And the great thing is the Cham gives me the aggression aspect for the Karis.
Of course, yes.
As well. So
yes, you have to disclose 2, but that's what it is. So that hot shot and an outer rim constable on the draw there. And you obviously row the
which is another
hot shot.
Russian, this is great for me. He resupplies. So he goes no turn 1, and then he resupplies, and I've got the Cham Syndulla. So I've also ramped. We've both ramped, but I've got 8 power on the board, and he's got nothing.
So I remember watching this in the car on the way home with Martin, and I saw this play, and I thought, please don't have the Cad Bane unit. Please don't have the Cad Bane unit. And looking at the list before we started, one in the main deck, you think, okay, he's probably not got the Cad Bane unit. We should be all right. And then I think, off the rip here, Qi'ra deploys, and he plots the Cad Bane unit.
Yep.
So obviously not ideal.
No, but importantly this turn, I've drawn Blue Leader.
That's such a good card into Qi'ra.
Which is a great answer for Qi'ra here.
And in the same vein, you've also chammed on the 3 resources. So whilst the SE is dead, you have all 5 of your resources.
Exactly. So I'm kind of fine with
Yeah.
It's not perfect for me, but I'm kind of fine with that.
You've still got your Karis, you've still got your hand deploy.
Yeah.
So I think
this is just an inexcusable play, quite frankly. What I can do here is I can use Karis to attack into Cad Bane and to use the spy to clear Cad Bane, so he has nothing to OP off. It was just a long day playing cards. That's a huge mistake on my part, and I get away with it, which is also important for being successful at tournaments. Is being lucky. So when you do make a mistake, you don't get too badly punished for it.
Yeah, and I believe, if from memory, that the Cad Bane sticks around for a while.
Yeah, it really does. It does a lot of work.
But in the same vein, he doesn't draw the overwhelming barrage, so it's not as bad as it could be.
I get away with it, but I definitely should clear the Cad Bane. Like, the extra 3 damage isn't hugely important in the grand scheme of things. I still have a pretty nice board there, and the blue leader's kind of annoying to deal with.
So we're on 6 resources here. You've definitely got a Queen Amidala in hand. You've definitely got a Cassian in hand. I think you've got the attack pod as well. I'm not sure.
I think so, and I've got another Cham too. So I think I'm intending this turn probably to try and play the Queen Amidala and the Cassian, and just build a wide board that's sort of difficult to deal with. But we'll see in this case. So he plays the Pike Sentinel. I've got to kill the Pike Sentinel first, because I can't let Qi'ra put a shield on it. So I think I'm just deciding, how do I kill this Pike Sentinel? Go for the hand.
Nice and quick and easy. That does open the Cad Bane up to trade something else, but he then trades the hand leader, which leaves your great big 5/5 blue leader on the ground just to smack him in the face again.
Exactly, I'll happily take the 5 damage off that.
So that pushes him up to 14 damage on base, so not quite halfway.
No. And he's got super laser tech here, which is interesting, right? So because he's on 6 resources with the super laser tech, means he can get to 8 next turn. So that is...
And he's got the 1 open for the Qi'ra ability, so he can do that now.
And he's got the 1 open for the Qi'ra ability.
There is the man
himself.
So
I need to start thinking about how am I going to answer Snake?
Yeah.
With what I've got in hand.
Because unfortunately Snoke does answer both units on board, as well as the spy that Nemik would create.
And exactly, yeah. This is why Snake is so great against this deck.
Yeah.
And I think here I actually think about what to do, and I end up sort of making 2 mistakes that cancel each other out. So I've got Cham, I've got Queen Amidala, and I've got Cassian in hand. And I come to the conclusion what I should do is play Cham and then use Hand's ability to play Cassian, because they both survive Snoke if Snoke comes down, rather than play Queen Amidala. What I don't realise is my leader's died this turn, so I don't actually have the Hand ability to use. So even though all I do this turn is play Cham Syndulla, it's actually reasonable, and it actually does give me a fairly neat out to the Snoke as well.
Of course, yeah, because I don't know what you resourced from the top of the deck, but it did draw you into the attack pod.
Yeah, so yeah.
So yeah, as we go into your 7 resources, his 8 resources. So I think
we're both on 8, because he's ramped twice and I've chammed twice, and there goes Snoke.
Yeah, comes down, wipes the board, other than the Cham. So Cham sticks around as a 3/2, I think it is.
Yeah, and I kind of have to do something with Cham quickly because his Cad can clear it otherwise.
Yeah.
And so I can't play the attack pod here, because if I play the attack pod, the Cad can kill it. So what I need to do is this really weird ECL play. So I need to put the 3 damage on with champ, and then Snoke's got 3 health left, and then I can ECL Queen Amidala, do the ambush first, because as soon as the spies come out, they would die while Snoke is around. So I ECL Amidala, do the ambush first. That kills Snoke, and she dies because there's no one to sacrifice to save her, and then get the spies afterwards. I think I do have a bit of a think here and say, like, can I just ignore this Snoke and push damage? I think I've got a blaster in the row. I've got my blaster in the row.
But with 17 on base, you're not quite close enough to chunk away.
No.
Especially once the Snoke readies and starts taking out units as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't have for a cause. I'm not a Sabine deck. I need units to finish it off.
So something that I considered, as again whilst watching the stream originally, was ECLing the attack pod into the CAD. But I believe because of the Snoke, your attack pod would die.
It would die, yeah.
Due to having 4 health. So yeah, we go for the Snoke into that. But
yep.
I know we didn't see it anytime on stream in these games, but how often do you end up ECLing the attack pod? Because you can trigger it to get the ambush, then ready it. It's got the grit, so you're potentially doing even more than the 6 using the hand ability.
I think I did it in my last round of Swiss, actually. I think I did it to kill a Yoda, and then obviously Yoda's got 4 attack. The Yoda leader has 4 attack, and then ready the attack pod afterwards with 8 power, which was pretty good. This Cad Bane that I should have killed forever ago keeps killing my spies.
So yeah, as you said, we saw the the Queen Amidala ECL into the Snoke, trigger the ambush, then trigger the spies, and then the Cad Bane trades one of the spies. You then play a Cobb with your final 3 resources, so even if he kills it, you're feeling alright.
Yeah, I mean, if he draws his second Supreme Leader Snoke, I'm probably a bit screwed at this point.
Yeah.
But I know he's only got 2 in the deck, so I'm sort of fine with that risk. Yeah. Keep pushing damage.
You're also on 0 damage on base, so you're not feeling too bad. Especially when this CAD, all it's doing is hitting units, so that CAD then takes out the second spy.
Exactly. He's not pressuring with it, so even though the spies never got to attack, they're still going to do some useful things.
Obi comes down. Still 6 resources remaining, so either the attack pod or the Wrecker can come down this turn.
Yeah, and I play the Obi first to see what he does in response, right? Because I know, as you say, I've got enough to handle this anyway, and then because he does this more, I know I can then play Wrecker, kill them all, and he's got no clean answer to Wrecker on the board. Anyway.
So was that just playing the Wrecker, yeah?
Yeah.
No time.
ECL's gone.
ECL's gone. No resources for timely.
Yeah.
And then he has to tap out to deal with the Wrecker because the Cad Bane can't cleanly answer it. Yeah. And if he takes a hit from the Wrecker, the attack pod is then representing lethal.
Yeah.
But again, you're at 0 damage on base, so you're not stressing too much, I guess.
No.
Another Snoke would be bad, an Avenger would be bad, but it's not insurmountable.
Yeah, Avenger's kind of fine here, right? Because I can just kill the Cobb.
Yeah.
And then play whatever I get off the Cobb. And I get to do 7 with Wrecker, which is kind of what I want to do. The only thing that scares me really is if he has a sort of a 1 action answer to Wrecker here. If he's got a No Glory or something for Wrecker, that's a bit scary.
Or a No Glory on the Cobb and dig for a Pike Sentinel. But that's a bit less impactful.
Yeah. You just got to answer the Wrecker is the problem.
So the Anakin comes down, kills the Cobb.
Yeah. And then...
So potentially
he
could have -3'd the Wrecker to put him down to 4 damage, 2 health. 4 damage, 3 health, sorry. Which would then force you to either swing with the smaller Wrecker or swing with the Cobb, because you know that the Cad Bane can now trade either of them. So that's potentially what I would have done. So at that stage you probably swing with the Wrecker for 4, then you use the Cad Bane to kill the Cobb anyway. So you only take 4 damage instead of the 7 you're getting now.
Yeah, I mean, hard to say. And he ends up putting so he ends up swinging the Cad into Wrecker anyway, because he kind of, like, at least this way his Anakin kills Wrecker, but it's at the stage where attack bod is enough to finish it off again.
Yeah, as I say, as soon as you hit with the Wrecker, the 7 attack bod is good game. There you go. You take it down.
And I know he's not got fells or anything like that to deal with the attack pod, so I know I'm sort of okay. And it's the kind of weird thing with that Qi'ra deck where he had like 10 resources that last turn, but could only spend 6 of them, just because it has these sort of big plays, sort of fairly chunky plays, and then
you play a big unit that deals with 1 or 2 things, and then that's it.
Yeah.
You're tapped out, ready for the next turn. So as soon as you see that as the hand 2 player, you think, cool, I've got free reign, I'm gonna have some fun now.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, there you go. Your second PQ win. So there you go. That was the game that crowned Chris a 2-time PQ champion and secured his 100 points for Galactics in this coming season. We hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll come back for more. We shall have plenty more of these knowledge and defense videos in the future if you're up for it. And hopefully we'll see you again soon. See you later.